Greetings and welcome to you know what day it is, Monday, and this is Comic Book Talk with Friends. How y'all doing? So glad to have everybody here on this lovely Monday evening. I try to say lovely Monday evening, but I hate Mondays. If Monday was person, his or her feelings would be hurt every single week. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. It's going to be another fun discussion with the crew. So glad to have you guys here, man, and everybody who's actually participating with this week's show. It's going to be a good one. Again, man, can't do it without the amazing crew that we actually have in the building with us tonight. What's going on with you, Bennett and Brendan? What's going on with y'all, man?
What's up? What's up, man?
Not much.
Yeah, man.
Come on, there's always an upside to Mondays. It's Comic Book Talk with Friends night.
Yeah, well, that's the only upside. Not the morning time. You know what I mean? When you're getting up when you got to work on
Monday,
nothing
salvages Monday morning. Monday night is cool. Nothing salvages Monday morning.
Now, you know what's worse than Monday morning? Sunday night, when you know tomorrow was Monday morning.
Yeah, bro.
That's the hurt one.
Bro.
Straight when you got that, like, oh,
man. Yeah.
The only thing that would suck more like than Monday morning is when you wake up and you think it's like Thursday, Friday, and then you realize, shit, it's only Wednesday. But at least in the Disney Plus era, Wednesday usually means like a new show, so that kind of salvages it a little bit.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, that's why I hate Saturday nights when it's all over. And I got to go to bed and wake up on Sunday morning because I'm like, damn, that means this day is going to go extra quick. And I'm not ready for it. You know what I mean? Definitely.
You know what that means? He's going to add a Saturday night stream just to keep himself occupied.
Hell no, I ain't had no Saturday night stream. I like to try to save as much as I can, be away from the home if I can basically do that. So I ain't got to worry about nothing. So yeah, nah. But it was a great weekend, man. So much information. We found out that Marvel's going to make an appearance at SDCC this week. I mean, this month.
Yeah.
Or July. So definitely there's going to be a lot to talk about there.
Dude, come on. Like, did your breath catch? Did your heart skip a couple beats when you saw the on sale date for Celebration already?
No. Cause man,
that's rough. So soon.
Bro, like they didn't even literally like there was no warning. Like literally no warning. Nope. It just hit today that bro, Celebration tickets are on sale on Thursday. And I'm like, yo, really?
You just dropped a deuce while you were in the bathroom at Celebration before you finished wiping your ass. Tickets were on sale for next year.
On sale again. Like it's
and the flight and the hotel, like book. That's man. They're not.
They was quick to hand around that collection plate.
No mercy.
Straight up, bro. Like it's zero mercy, and the only thing that they're basically doing is what they do every year. Okay, well, we're gonna make sure that you guys who have actually attended last year's Celebration, you get first dibs on the merch. I don't care about the merch. I can care less about the merchandise, man.
There'll always be merch when you're there. You don't need to worry about that now.
I care less about the merchandise, man. I don't care about all that. Like that
they're
makes
me pull you in.
Mind. Yeah, they're trying to pull you in, man. And it's like it's a hurt piece because you got to do that, and then you got to reserve your tickets. And I'm like, now, number one, it'd be different if it was here. It'd be different if it was in Orlando.
Oh
no,
yeah.
This is basically in London, bro. London, England. So you got to prep and get everything ready. I'm definitely not ready, bro.
And it's it's in what 10 months?
Yeah, it's
not even a year.
It's in April. Yep. It's actually in April, bro. I'm definitely not ready for it.
You got
anyway.
10 months.
Anyway, hey Jason, how you doing, man? So glad to have you here tonight, brother. What you doing on Pimpation?
I'm sorry I'm late, by just getting in, man. But I'm good, man. I had a great weekend in Orlando, man. Hit the parks, got to see my son and my granddaughter and his wife.
Oh, word.
I
didn't even know you had a son, bro. How was your son?
24.
Word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The boy married. College graduate.
Hung up on him having a son. I got hung up on him having a grandkid.
I'm an old man, bro. I'm an old man.
I definitely ain't ready for no grandkids right now.
No.
That's why I'm glad my daughter's on a straight and down right now. She ain't really thinking about. She's trying. I mean, my daughter's just more so. If she here's put it this way, bro.
Just stop. You better.
I'm not.
Turn around and
don't do that.
I'm not jinxing it. I'm not jinxing it. If it happens, it happens. But
it'll happen when it's supposed to happen, bro. This kid's a college grad. He's like a head tech for sure. Yeah, he's doing his own thing, man. Like,
got you.
He learned from the best. So I mean, he's taking care of his family and. I couldn't
Yeah.
ask for, a better kid. Like, he's doing his thing. I
Is
got
he
to see my little pudding pop this weekend. Got to be with her and my baby girl. They got to play, and we took them to the park. So we had a good time, man.
Is he a pimp?
No, he hung that up early. Like, his wife got him out the game like early on. So
Yeah.
before her, it
So
was like 3 girlfriends, and then Dad, I
now
think I
he's
want to
cool.
marry you.
Now
Okay.
he's cool. Yeah, she's like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm tying that down. He's like, I'm good.
Tying
I
it down.
feel that. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing wrong with
So,
that. Anyway, man,
sir.
Vinny, man, what's going on with you, brother? I mean,
just it was a busy ass weekend, man. I had one of my boys had a baby shower on Saturday.
yeah.
We went to a Push the T concert this week at the end of the last
Pusha
week.
T, I saw that.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was
The
a good ass
pictures were
concert.
crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had took my nephew and my girls' kids to Sky Zone, so they had my old ass
Okay.
jumping around on a trampoline.
Yeah,
My neck
dude, we
and my
just
back.
did my daughter's birthday
Ain't nothing
party
like
at
it.
one of those joints, man. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And my buddy
Yeah,
got
man.
on there. He's like, man, I'm 41. What am I doing on this? He was in such pain the next day. I was
Yeah,
like, no,
man,
I'm not jumping.
Yeah, I came home to ice packs, man. I was like, yo, man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But it was fun though. It was
I feel
fun
like
though.
Danny
Gotta stay
Glover
young.
and Lethal Weapon.
You
man.
know, too old for
Too
this shit, man.
Yeah.
Too old for
Yeah,
it. Too old
yeah.
for it.
But it was
for it.
fun though. And then got to catch a little bit of Umbrella Academy. I had such a busy weekend, I didn't finish it, but I got about halfway through. And just getting ready for a crazy work week coming up. I have a huge huge job on the lineup tomorrow. So
Yeah.
and working on a logo for a friend's site. Just juggling, man. Just juggling. And
Yeah,
happy to be
man.
here though.
Definitely, bro. We're gonna jump in and get some talks, and we haven't talked about that episode last Wednesday, so I'm happy about that. Let me address the chat real quick and see what's going on. We got Malika McBain in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. Renz Talentino. We got CT603. We got Charlie the Unicorn. Marvelous Reviews. We got Insane One is in the building. AJ Agrusa. And plenty more will be actually dumping in there. Everybody, shout out to everybody out there. We got One Power Man, the boys. The superpower fight was the shit. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy. I'm taking it you didn't see it yet, Brendan.
I did not, but I am almost done with season 1 of The Boys. I
Okay.
started it.
Okay.
Yeah, The Boys is good.
I started yesterday,
Yeah.
and I'm just tearing through. So I'm almost done with season 1. I will be done with all of it fairly soon. Once I start something, I tear through.
Yeah, The Boys
season 2 is crazy, son.
Yeah, The Boys doesn't waste any time showing you what it's all
No.
about. It's like if you don't like the pilot, just don't watch it because it starts off what it's like.
They start off with a bang, bro.
Yeah.
Like they pull no punches. Like they start off with a super bang, and then
shout out Garth
everything else.
Ennis. He has a fucked up mind.
Yeah,
dude,
in a beautiful
that dude
way.
Off the chain.
In a beautiful way.
This last episode, like once you get like, bro, we'll have the discussion.
Between
once you
him
get through it,
and then Eric Kripke, I knew that it was going to be that it was going to be something that was in my lane. I didn't get a chance to watch it until like I said, I just started it yesterday, so I'm going to tear through it though.
Soldier Boy is a beast, son.
Yeah, once we're all caught up, we definitely got to chop it up about that one.
We'll definitely have a conversation about it. But anyway, thanks everybody out there for being here, man. If you for joining us and being here with the crew. We have a couple more basically coming in, but it's a lot to unpack, man. It's definitely a lot to unpack about.
This has been a crazy week.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to unpack about, the episode that we actually got a chance to see, yesterday. Last Wednesday, man. Like a lot of things that we,
that we said.
That a lot of things that we were talked about,
Mega Band.
It's there, you know what I mean, and it's there. I mean, of course, we got a chance to basically see the Kree. We know that there's a connection to the Kree, so that will definitely be explained, like everybody's been talking about. Like I said, it's that one band. Now there's two. You know what I mean? Let's find out what the second one is. So now I'm wondering if they do it right. If they do it right, I'm wondering if it's going to be a slight retcon. It may or may not be. I don't know. But again, I'm definitely excited about it. About seeing it. Now, one thing we do got a chance to we did get a chance to see is that we know now that this was her grandmother. That we're actually seeing here. She was the one who, again, had the band, and escaped with it. They only found one at that particular point. So we definitely know that happened. There was a full explanation in the very beginning. The group and where they're from. Another dimension, the Jinn, of course. They go by many names though. You know what I mean? So again, we got a unraveling of that group of individuals. Now we know that what the true intent was and their intentions for her. But I think that opening was it answers it checked off so many boxes. The thing is, each episode continues to check off boxes in a great way. Like it's such a welcoming show. Deals with family, but then also just welcomes everything else in, everything that we know about the IP, questions that we may have. Like all of these things are being answered, bro. And I'm all in for it. I'm definitely all in for it. And then on top of that, like we get a chance to see how they're meshing the power set in. They're giving us a bit of what we know about her with a new power set as well. As we got a chance, to see later on in the episode. But start with you though, Brendan. What did you think about the first with the opening scene, bro? Any information that we got from it?
I loved all of it, man. I
Yeah.
think top to bottom, I mean, I'm just enjoying the hell out of this show. I think this episode delivered on the, getting us into some mystery, giving us some answers, making us want more. I think they brought the action, which we hadn't really had a whole lot of in the first two episodes.
Yeah.
But we got some good action in this one. I think this is just a really solid show, but my expectation, because how many episodes do we have left? It's not.
We got
3.
We got 3 more.
Is it only 6? I couldn't remember if it was 6 or if this was the one that was like 9 episodes.
Yeah, I think this
I
is
think it's
only
6.
6.
This is like 6. Okay. My guess, I think it's like I think She-Hulk is like 9 like half-hour episodes or something like that.
Yeah, She-Hulk is 9 or 10, something like that.
Yeah, I think this is a great show. I do think that this is going to end in a very open-ended kind of way, because her story is absolutely going to continue in
Captain Marvel.
In
the Marvels.
And I think her journey is. I think her journey and her origins and the whole family dynamic here, I think that's going to be kind of a catalyst for that new show, that new film. So I don't think we're going to get everything answered in this. So that really makes me wonder, are we going to get a second season of this? And I think there's a good chance that they do a second season of this. So I think we're going to kind of catapult into the Marvels, and then I think we're going to have a second season that's almost going to be like the TV show version of Homecoming, where like Peter is kind of like, after he got to be in the thick of it in the superhero game with everybody in Germany at the airport and the big battle and stuff, and now he comes back to his normal life and he's like, hey, like, Tony, where are you? Like, I'm ready to do more stuff. I think it's going to be something similar to that, where then she's going to come back home and now it's settling into her previous life while still managing, the way her life has changed. So I think this is going to be a longer play story-wise than I initially thought it was going to be.
Yeah, definitely. What I'm happy is, what's interesting is like they're bringing in, and it's like, I love how they're doing this, is that they're not giving us, or they're not giving, even like the average reader, for us or people who are out there who are just discovering the comics, they're not giving you, or even these shows, which pretty much is a segue into comics, that they're not giving you just the well-known individuals that we see and that we know. For instance, we know about, they call them the gens, but they are the gens, but they also call them clandestines. And we know that in the books, the representation of the clandestines, and how they were villainous individuals, in the books. And how it started, I was like, yo, well, are they, if you're labeling, are they, because they came across that way in the very beginning. And I'm like, I hope that's not the direction. I mean, because, how short of a run it was, they were still important in the books. You know what I mean? So I was just hoping that, but then again, we got a chance. But I just love how they're introducing and bringing those characters in a certain way. I love how they give them to us, and then giving us like this brief history and story and, the names that they have actually been given. So we did get a chance to actually see them in action. I love that, the simple fact that we got a narrative. We now know where this story is going and what they're looking for and what the true intentions are, with the gens, what's kind of played out later on in the episode itself. But Vinny, how happy was you to basically see that, okay, we are getting and I'm only going to say this once, the nega bands. How happy are you basically to see that, or how do you feel about the simple fact that they're going that directions? Because here's the thing, it can be us, like when we see it, we can be champion the whole thing and be like, yes, they're doing it, but they can get it horribly wrong. You know what I mean? So, and they may take it, and we know they're going to take it a different direction. They're not going to retcon what we actually got from the first Captain Marvel. But how do you think, or what direction you think they're going to actually take? Because the thing is, it's like, how can you introduce the Negabans on Earth without bringing in that character? You know what I mean? Or having history with Marvel. You know what I mean? Because again, but at the same time, though, they haven't necessarily said that that's what these bands are. We know it's Kree technology, but we don't know necessarily if these are those bands. So what do you think?
Gotta be though.
I think that if they're not going to go the Inhumans route, then the next best and logical thing is the Nega bands, and they can always backdate Marvel with, he might be in their dimension. There's so many other ways that he might have had it before the Jinn found it. So they can always go back and play off that. And actually, I hope they do, because that whole element got taken away from the Captain Marvel story, and to play up the the narrative that they wanted for that film, which whatever that was that film. I don't want to get into that, but hopefully that element. Hopefully that element is taken out of this film, and the door is still open for that, because there's still it obviously it seems like there's still so much that went on before even the Jinn found it. So this could be something that is a older character. So instead of somebody who was around in the 70s, this might be somebody who was around
something that goes way back,
1800s.
Right, and that works for me too. It works for a story, and like that's fine. But I love that is the the plan B here, which makes so much sense, and it's so easier, because it's so much easier to put that into play, and you have that's like an ace in the hole, because you can put that into play a lot easier than you can put in Terrigen Mist. That'd be so much to explain. You'd have to worry about people who have a whole set of ideas of what they think it is from being fans of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a whole different set of people who, read comics. It's too much for. So this is a whole nother way that they can go about it. It also gives you one of the things that every single comic book trope used at some point is losing the power, and how strong they are without the thing that makes them who they are. So it's really easy that if they want to depower her, they can very easily just have her lose the band, as opposed to, every superhero trope, they lose, Wolverine loses his healing factor, Spidey loses his, you know what I mean? It's so easy if they want to write a story showing that she's, a hero without the bands, they can do it, just have her lose the bands. So it makes it easy, and it also can play up the fact that, other people in the future could get the bands. Whenever you have something that isn't inherently solely tied into completely with that character, you can always have room for growth with that character in the future. So I think that's what they're thinking with that too. But I like the introduction of the Jin and their backstory. Yeah. I didn't love how it concluded, because they went from let's, embrace this girl and befriend her and, get along with her and get her to help us willingly. And she was like, yeah, I don't think I even should have this. Like, I'm too young. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Like, I should probably give this back to y'all. And they're like, I mean, if that's what you want to do. And then when she was just like, but so I'll see you guys later. I'll probably give it to you then. And then like the next day, it's like, all right, well,
she's taking
have to kill her, I guess.
I'm not
it's
waiting.
Like, hold up, she was gonna help y'all. What are you doing?
Yeah,
that escalated quickly.
It escalated real quickly.
It went like an hour.
Because I could see if she met that friendliness at the beginning with, y'all ain't trying to take my band, are y'all? I love this thing. She was gonna help him. She was like, I don't deserve this. Y'all probably
We're like a Full House family.
But so it was really quick. That's something that should have happened after,
gradually. Like, we should have seen progression to that.
We should have seen a couple of episodes of them like, so would now be a good time? And she's like, oh, hold on, my friend's in trouble, and then keep not doing it. And then them getting like frustrated. Like they waited, I don't know, God knows how long to find her and get this band, and then like 20 minutes and they frustrated. It's like this is really odd timing, considering she was willing to help them. So it's like So other than that, though, I loved how it started off. We'll get to the other stuff later, but to answer the question about how it jumped off and the introduction of the Nega bands, I love how they've introduced that and where they're going with it. We'll just have to find out what they actually call it, because we know damn well it won't be no damn Nega bands. They ain't gonna call it that.
Jedi Pimp, aka Chucky Booker, bro. How'd you feel about? How'd you basically feel about this episode, man? Like just the revelation, because again, we are getting a lot of reveals, and we do know that with this, and the way I'm seeing it is going to be a direct tie-in, not into just Captain Marvel or the Marvels themselves, but it's also going to be a tie-in to Secret Invasion. You know what I mean? Because again, now we know that there is
they came here.
And they came here, like the Kree have been here, and we know that there is an existence of a soon-to-be Kree war. You know what I mean? So between the Skrulls and the Kree, you know what I mean? So that's going to be interesting, bro. Can you imagine if we got the Super Skrulls, bro? Oh my god!
That would be insane, man.
Yeah, we do.
That has to be movie.
We get that. It's over.
It. Huh? They wasted it.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know. In the beginning, I was kind of turned off from the show because they didn't have the Terrigen Mist, right?
Yeah.
But then, I wanted to support her as an actress, and then I loved all the fact that they had all that culture, all the Islamic culture. That's what really got me. Digging the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This third episode, seeing the Mandarin, the 10 rings, you're seeing the Kree with one of them. They gotta have the real Marvel show up at some point, like a flashback or something, man. That would be dope. If they had like the real Marvel and not this like old lady, I'll be so happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now, the fact that real fans are knowing that these could be the Nega band, so we're getting away from that. Oh, this is Green Lantern. She got the power. No, dummy. This is not Green Lantern at all. It's a different kind of power. It's nothing like that. Blasey, 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 blah. I like the fact that they really kicked it up a notch in this episode, man, with the action and with talking about the Jinn. I never thought they would even bring the Jinn in anywhere, bro. That's dope to even have them in this story, dog. So I mean, I'm 100% satisfied with this episode. This was like the pulling all the way for me. This one, man.
Definitely. And the thing is, it's like, you see how much they make it a family affair, and you see basically how her best friend really sticks up for her. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she really has her back. But is this at the same time, like, just the family and the friends, without knowing who she is actually blaming her for a lot of what's actually happening. You know what I mean? When we look at
Nakia is really becoming one of my favorite characters on the show for sure.
Oh yeah,
she is good.
Yeah,
that's her cousin, right? That's her cousin.
That's what who
no,
Nakia?
Just a friend.
It's just her friend. It's her best one of her best.
Oh, I thought they were
best
cousins.
friend.
I thought they were cousins.
No,
okay.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And
Yeah,
she's one of her best friends in the books too.
Yeah. She's definitely an amazing character, an amazing friend to have. You know, she plays the role to a T.
Dude, when she played Kamala's father like a fucking flute, man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You wouldn't want to take that away from us, would you?
To make her vote.
I love that. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, but she's definitely using the tropes of the religion itself. You know what I mean? Like, and you can't, you know what I mean? You can't deny her that. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't want to kill a young lady's dreams now, would you?
Like you can't take it away from her. And I love the camaraderie between the both of them. You know what I mean? Like she really has her back. But I'm wondering though, after this episode, after this last episode, if there's a possibility that could slightly change, considering the simple fact that there hadn't been a discussion between the two of them about, who, Kamala really is. And she kept it away from her. And that's the thing is, it's
I think she'll be upset.
Yeah.
Slightly.
She'll be mad and get glad again. She'll be upset, but I think they'll be
there's always that moment, especially when Bruno knew.
Told me I'm your friend.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but definitely
my guess is they'll lean into it a little bit more than they did with Ned and MJ in Spider-Man, because that was kind of like, that they kind of glossed over it because MJ was like, well, I figured it out. Like, you just stumbled into it. So But this one, I think, it's not that she chose Bruno over her too. It's just that Bruno was there when it all first sparked, when it all happened. So there'll be that kind of awkward phase, and then she kind of gets over it, and then they move on. I just hope they don't drag that out, because I'd rather get into the meat of the rest of the show rather than lingering on that one thing too much, because that is kind of like, we've done and dusted that.
Yeah. And then
they're like sisters though, man. They're tight, bro. I like to see that.
They're super tight. Yeah. They're definitely super tight. But then we get, of course, we know that they're getting prepped and ready for the wedding, which is her brother's wedding. I did love that wedding scene.
Oh yeah, dude, that was awesome.
I love the discussion that he had.
Day.
Yeah, the dance. But even before that, though, I love the discussion that he had with his dad. When he's like, "Look, I just have this much money in my pocket, in my bank account."
He's like, "I'm surprised you have
$727."
Yeah, you know what I mean.
$727.
Exactly. And this how he was just like, telling him like, look, it's not built off of that. Like, I mean, it's this belief that you can both together weather any individual storm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just love that. I love those conversations, because they put
you
those
first get married when you're that young. 727 is, I mean, you're like rich.
That's like $1 million
at that point. Like, so he'll do fine. Everybody starts out like that.
Hell yeah. And plus, I mean, within the religion itself, you'll definitely do fine, because you got that 800 ain't nothing compared to what everybody else is going to give you. And make sure that you are secure, because they're very, very, it's a prideful culture, and they want to make sure that everybody, does survive, that they have what they need, and they'll never let them fail. So
that's the saving grace for me with this show, bro. It's like the family and the culture, bro. You're seeing Islam, and they're not trying to
force it down your
take
throat.
over.
It's just what it is.
Right. They're not trying to hijack a plane. They're not trying to blow up a building. You're seeing the beautiful side of what Islam is, bro. You know what I'm saying? The whole family
and
culture.
they're also not beating you over the head with racism. They're not having
show
white people sliding them. They're not leaning into the racism thing either. They're not showing how hard it is to be who they are in this country.
Just showing the culture, bro.
They're just showing the culture without, it's kind of like how, like, black people would love a movie without having to be a slave, and constantly like show.
Word,
all right,
bro.
how about a show where it's just a family just being a family, and that's what we're getting here. It's like you're getting to see the culture without, like, you can build them up without knocking other stuff down, even though that would be fair too. This is just focusing on building up what it means to be a part of this culture, which is beautiful because there's no other distractions aside from the superhero stuff. So it's really beautiful seeing the intricacies and the nuances of this culture by way of their festivals, their inner relationships in family life, and then even in life, moments like weddings and stuff like that, and seeing how you know we all bleed, we all breathe, we all have worried about taking care of our family. We're all the same, man. Like he's worried about providing for his wife and his
providing
family,
for her,
just like everybody. So it's just like we're all fucking same. It's all just different shades of gray.
It's just showing like those level, like it's really grounded in the importance of not just the family, but what do you do with what what do you do, like being like we know that you have this level of faith, but what do you do with that faith? You know what I mean? How is that? How do you pay that forward? How do you pass that on? How does that basically how are those values instilled in your life every single day? You know what I mean? When you're taking like these, you're making these choices. Like with him, it's his choice to get married. With Kamala, it's her choice to be a hero. You know what I mean? There's a lot that goes along with that, especially within the religion, being a brown girl in that religion. And there's a lack of trust already with the religion itself. You know what I mean? So, and that's why I love one of the most important parts is when what do they call it? The what is it? The DOD, what is it? The
Department of Damage Control.
The damage control scene was great. And not just because of the showing how like they came in with shoes on and it goes against
the priest shut them down,
like
dog.
But they stood up to them, and they didn't make it a whole episode about that. They just like respectfully like, hey, like that's not. And then if you are, it's like to us, it's like, okay, no, you can't do that. And but to their culture, they knew that as second that they even showed, like when I watched it again, like they focus on their footsteps walking in. You know what I mean? But I also love that they're setting up subtly their presence in the MCU because just like shows like The Boys or like Powers or several other shows where it focuses on the human side of a world with superheroes, it shows like they're silently building up this damage control unit that is there to deal with the collateral damage of what it means to have a world full of superheroes and because up till basically Civil War, that was just like they were just doing whatever the hell they wanted without any repercussions. And now there's somebody who's going to be like, oh, we have a report of somebody, swinging through the sky over here. We're going to look into it instead of just saying, oh, that must be a new superhero, and then just taking pictures of that. So that's definitely an interesting web that they're weaving there because that'll have a lot of ramifications going forward.
The comics, they're launching a new 5-part like miniseries, Damage Control, in the comics. I think it's supposed to be more like a comedy type thing. It's from one of the dudes who write the Goldbergs on ABC.
Okay.
But it like follows this guy who like joins Damage Control, but in the comics, Damage Control is not like a federal agency. Damage Control is like a construction company basically that comes in and repairs,
cleans up.
Not like like a Homeland Security kind of thing like they are in the MCU.
Right.
But it's like some dude is like the new employee at Damage Control, and he's working with a team, and it's like Nightcrawler and She-Hulk and like Moon Knight and stuff. But I think it's going to be kind of more of like a comedic type thing. But it just shows you how they still like when something is prominent in one, even if it's taking a different shape, it typically finds prominence in another medium. So when we see it in the books, we're seeing it in the MCU, or if we see something coming in the MCU, we start to see it get more shine in the books too. So
well, see, the Sokovia Accords changed everything in the MCU. You know what I'm saying? That's probably how they birthed Damage Control from those documents.
And then of course we got a chance to see them in Homecoming. Their representation on how again they play Damage Control, but we know they got their hands on a lot of tech A lot of it.
I didn't even realize, it didn't even dawn on me in the first couple of episodes until this one, that agent there, the guy, was the one that was interrogating Ned and all them in No Way Home. It just didn't click to me. I don't know why.
It didn't click at that point. Yeah. So that
did they take Thor's belt too? I think damage control.
They took
out of Stark Tower.
Well, no, because that was Thor's belt was part of the shipment that
that took back to Tony, right?
Got hijacked.
That Happy, it got hijacked. Now here's the thing. At the end of it, though, we don't know whether or not it got taken, because again, everything that was on that plane, the plane crashed.
But the wreckage was like everywhere, and like you would think, damage control is supposed to come in and clean it, but like there was never any follow up or confirmation as to like was everything on that plane secured and recovered.
Yeah.
So Thor's belt could still be out there somewhere.
Because here's the thing, though,
who knows?
which is crazy funny. Because I don't think it was, and the reason why I don't think it was is because remember when they came in, like when we got that fight scene between the Jinn and Kamala. When they came in to help, did you hear the weapons firing and how did they sound? They sound like the actual, they sound like, again,
they were warming up.
Yeah, so that was an indication that again, they're themselves are using Stark tech. So Stark they tech, actually got weapons. Everything. So
they could be using Star Tech. They could be using Hammer Tech too.
Hammer Tech as well.
People have been talking for a while about Justin Hammer coming back into the MCU, especially with Armor Wars coming up. So we could be, seeing him pop up in.
But he got locked up after Stark Expo, though, didn't he? He got locked up.
Well, he went to prison, but like
who knows? If we see
a long time, he might be off on good behavior by now.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a millionaire too, so he probably got out.
Maybe he blipped and then he blipped back and then he just kind of like got over. Any
That'd
number.
Be hella way to serve your sentence.
Oh, they never said about him blipping. Yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah,
any number of things, but given the fact that we do have Armor Wars coming up, that we do also have the Ironheart show coming up.
Yeah,
those are two that we could likely see Justin Hammer coming back, and people would love to see Sam Rockwell back. So I think
he's funny as hell, man.
Oh
yeah, he's awesome.
He definitely is. And he definitely fits it. So it's again, it's one of those things where, like I said, we're starting to see like the needle kind of like threading everything together.
It's picking up steam, dog.
Yeah, it's picking up, and that's what I like about the show is that each episode is picking up steam, but just making it entertaining. At the same time. So, I do love that. I love that the simple fact that we're getting that. We're seeing their involvement. We're seeing the Jinn's involvement, but also even like I said, I mean, we talked earlier how at the wedding, it got thwarted once she got the warning that the Jinn were coming after her. She pulled the fire alarm, and of course, it dispersed the family. The Jinn come in. We see that fight that takes place. And there's some powerful individuals, but what I liked about it,
was handling herself though.
She was, but she was also getting handled slightly, and I like that. Because she was discovering the power. Like it wasn't like I like that they're not making it easy for her. You know what I mean?
Overpower her, yeah.
Like she's not OP. They're not making it easier for her. She's really trying to discover these abilities day by day. She doesn't know.
It's really clear that those powers are really strong.
Yeah.
So I love that it's showing that it's just her growing into him. So it's not like, you know what I mean? So it's like she's only weak because she doesn't know what she's doing yet. But when she figures it out, it has that opportunity for her later for her to be very powerful, be able to hang with the Marvels.
Yeah, like she's really
like that kid that like hits puberty and hits like a growth spurt and stuff, and then all of a sudden is stronger and is bigger, but it's still kind of awkward because they don't know how to use like their limbs and stuff now. That's what she's kind of doing.
Yeah. So
the CG in this, I also because they've had some spotty things with CG in the Disney Plus shows, but by and large, I thought
this was not that bad.
The way they represent the powers on this show have been pretty damn good.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's definitely been good. And each episode, I don't know what it is, but they you got to give it to like the casting directors and people who find, because she's charming, like she's really.
You got to give it to like the casting directors and
What
people
the
who
heck?
find, because
My phone jumped right onto us. I'm sorry about that.
I was like, damn, somebody. Anyway, but no, she's definitely charming and she's inviting, and it's like one of those characters that which each episode is just like you like her more and more, like, and she just gets more into like the character. She draws you in. Her personality is there,
Her
and
first job too.
Yeah, her first actual job. The first acting gig. And like he's nailing it, you know what I mean? So I definitely love that. And again, like I said, with even with this particular scene, like she's really discovering the power, but only using one, element or one aspect of it. And I think, and they did say that again. I keep reiterating that it is just the first, phase of her ability.
Yeah.
And
Bro,
with
can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine when we see her and Kate Bishop and Riri Williams like together, like the way they've cast these, like the man, I think they're gonna have chemistry. I think that's gonna make for some really good team ups.
Yeah, like just, and that's what I think they're making sure is that they're bringing people that can develop that level of chemistry, because her quips, we know Kate Bishop has the same thing.
Now let's get a Miles in there.
Yeah, get a Miles in there, bring a Miles in, and just make it that type of thing, man.
Oh
and
my God,
would be amazing.
I punished myself. I punished myself this last week. I watched Morbius.
What?
We'll talk about that.
I still haven't watched it.
We'll talk about it, but it wasn't as bad as Venom 2. It wasn't good, but it wasn't as bad as Venom 2. But also, I'm still not sure why Tyrese was there. He did nothing.
I haven't seen it yet. Has everybody else seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I still haven't responded to that at all, bro.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, it's no spoilers. I'm just saying
Brendan is stupid, yo. Like,
I think he was like, this ain't where I park my car. This isn't Fast and Furious. Where the fuck am I? Like. He thought he was in a different movie. Like, I guess.
Where's my spider at? Where's the Revo? Oh my God! Oh, you killed me with that.
I had to mention that. Okay.
Oh man.
No, I mean,
What movie am I in? Where the fuck am I?
What movie am I in? The Transformers.
Right. So I wanted to pull this up because again, we do see how they're meshing her power set in with. We're getting the old and the new. So how we wanted to answer that question, how would they actually bring it in and give us the expansion, like, of her abilities, like how she's able to elongate, expand her body, grow. So I think that they, the more I keep watching it, the more I'm more accepting of the simple fact that they're doing it this way. I mean, because the thing is, we're getting that, we're going to get that. We're going to get that power set, with another character and family that we'll end up seeing. But I think they want to focus on giving her a certain level of element. And I think the reason why they're doing it this way as well is because they don't want to associate it with the Terrigen, mist.
The Terrigen mist.
Because we know we're not getting that version of it. So again, to tie her in with the Kree. And I know it would have been dope, but as the thing is, it's like, how do you explain it without first explaining the family the way they were supposed to, and they didn't do it, which they could still have done. If it would have been dope if we didn't get the Inhumans into after this show. It would have been dope. Now that we got that mess of a show, it's like now it's okay. We have to go in and to try to explain it after that. Do you want to tie this show, which is bound to be successful, with that dumpster fire over there? No, I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't
think you want to do that.
There's some crazy as far as like what they're gonna pull in, what they're not, what's gonna be canon. There's a lot of speculation right now. Thanks to a recent social media post with Simu Liu from Shang-Chi, because he was in had an Instagram post with him, and he was hanging out with somebody who we, as far as we know, like they never knew each other before, but Chloe Bennett, who played Daisy Johnson or Quake.
They were hanging out. Yeah.
And she actually put out, she in her Instagram, she was like the first Asian superhero for Marvel on screen and Simu Liu because she was she was in there before.
They were there with her,
But that happened, and the spec on Daisy's first appearance in the comics is shooting through the roof, and now that comic is hot, and people are trying to buy it up because a lot of people are thinking that maybe she's actually like Charlie Cox and like others that like they might pull her in and make an appearance in in an MCU property. So
I would like to see her as Quake in the MCU, bro.
I
she
liked
was good
her.
on Agents
The show had some ups and downs, and I
think
but
she was.
Yeah, I think it's better that they don't let that be like part of this universe. It's cool that it's its own thing and stuff. But that being said, I liked her as an actress and as Quake.
Yeah,
and I
she was
think it would
good.
be cool if they brought her in and then just mixed it up a little bit. But like, who knows? Maybe that's something we're going to see in a Shang-Chi sequel.
Possibly. I can't wait till we get that other band, man. I can't wait till she gets that other band, bro. Like her power should be like off the chain with that other band.
Does she get it in this, or does she get it in Marvels?
I don't know, because
the thing is,
I don't even know.
I hope in this.
I don't know. We don't know. She may or may not get it in this. You know what I mean? She may not get the band for a while.
It's a tough problem because I don't want to waste a lot of time in the movie watching her still learn how to use her powers. She should kind of already
let her get on the TV show.
You know, not that she, I want her to see her obviously get better at using her powers. I don't want her still in origin mode. In the movie.
Right.
There's going to be some level of mentorship in the movie, obviously, two older characters, but how much is that a part of the movie?
Because there's a big difference between, like, being good with your powers and still getting them.
Yeah, true, yeah. But see,
it's gonna,
I just don't want her to be like, you got both bands and then you still aren't above, like, origin level. You should at least be sophomore at some point. You still have room for mentorship as a sophomore.
Yeah. But I think that's where they're going with this, though, is the simple fact that there is going to be a certain level of mentorship with the power set. You know what I mean? And which I can understand. I mean, because you have a girl who, number one, there's no doubt in my mind, in one shape, some form, we're going to actually see a Captain Marvel appearance on this show. Probably the last episode.
It's probably going to be the post-credit scene that brings it in. See, the thing is, she's going to have that mentorship in the Marvels movie.
In the Marvels,
but it's that mentorship should be more about, okay, now you have a handle on your powers. Now here is mentorship regarding the responsibility that you have as like wielding it as a superhero. So it's not about figuring out how to use your powers and how to be strong with them. It's about figuring out when to use them, why to use them, tactical awareness in like a battle against, bad guys for, like example is like in Homecoming, Peter, like his powers are there, but he's like, he messes up on that ferry. And Iron Man has to come and pull his ass out of the fire. And if Iron Man wasn't there, a lot of people could have died. So I think they need to let her get a handle on her powers in this. And then hopefully the mentorship in the Marvels movie is more about maturity. It's more about growing up as, as a human being or, because not inhuman, but like, as a hero.
Yeah. And I think that's what we'll get. But I don't mind. The thing is, I'm not going to, because here's the thing. I want to see her gain the ability and I want to see her gain control of the ability. But for 3 episodes, we're not going to see that. And I don't want them to rush it. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be super rushed. I want it to be a gradual thing because the thing is, if you're going to do that, then you would at least have to give us at least 9 episodes of this show so we can see that gradual development of who she is, discovering more about her abilities. You know what I mean? We know that she's holding her own, but I think what I loved about this last episode is the simple fact that she's trying to still find her way through. She knows she has that power, but at the same time, it's keeping her grounded. It's also keeping her humbled, letting her know that, I'm not ready yet.
This is a topic of conversation that we keep having to have, though, with every Disney Plus property, every show, though. is we're always like, there's only 3 episodes left. How are they going to cram all of the stuff into
all of this
every single show?
Mm-hmm.
We're asking that same question with its 2-3 episodes left. How are they possibly going to? And in some cases they do it well, in some cases they don't. I just feel like I wish, given the fact that it's not like a strict, like, you know, with commercials and broadcast rules and stuff like that, they can do as many episodes as they want on these. I wish they would just give themselves a little bit more breathing room to tell the story.
It's even more tough because this is branching into a film. And and where she should be in a film, you would think that there should be a couple of seasons, because if we're seeing her, you know, just a couple episodes have trouble just saving someone from falling out of a building, without dropping them, and barely surviving. It's going to be tough to parlay that in the next 3 episodes into where she's able to hang with, a feature film and do like big league hero shit.
Yeah.
She's going to look either completely out of place there, or it'll be kind of like we missed something by her.
Especially when the stakes have to be so much higher in the movie.
So, and it'll be also weird if like all of a sudden she's like amazing in the movie and can do all this shit when just, in this she's barely figuring out how to tie her shoes.
Yeah. But see, I think the grandmother, didn't she call her at the end and tell her to come to India or come?
She told her to come to Karachi, was it?
Karachi, yeah. So she might get the other band in the 4th episode.
Yeah,
but if it seems like how she gets,
I feel like that.
No matter how much power she has, it's more about like.
You think it'll be too easy?
No. I feel like even if she has more power by having the other band, I don't know if that's really going to help her with control. Unless they time, let's say time jump. Unless they have like where the next episode is after she's getting back from visiting and she's been there for a few months.
Yeah.
The only thing I can actually see them the route that they go is if they do. Again, we know.
You said
I know. If they bring in a cameo of Captain Marvel at the very end, which again you can't say it's not going to happen because they're setting it up. I know you don't like it, but it's going to happen because we're going to see her in another movie. But at the same time, it's like, look, I mean, if they bring that in, and there is, her saying that we got work to do, and she kind of helps to mentor her or at least teach her how to master her abilities. That means that by the time we see the film, there could be a time jump slightly. Not too much, but at times, jump where she's showing her how to, basically use it, or even giving her the history of her background, who she really is, the history of the bands themselves. Like there's so much that can actually be done to kind of mesh it into the movie to make it make sense. But see, the thing is, it's like you got to also keep in mind that we have another character in Monica Rambeau who's discovering her power. Is there going to be a jump there? Because we have to also wonder how she got her abilities. Was she already mutated with that ability before she even got, or she was in contact with Wanda? So there's a lot.
I've been dying to see Monica more ever since Wanda.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I don't want to wait until Marvels. I loved her in that show so much. I think
she was great, bro.
That I'm like, man, I don't want to wait until the Marvels movie. Like, give me more now.
Yeah. She wasn't annoying. She was intuitive. She was smart. She
had everything. She was good with action. Bro. She was beautiful. Yeah. She had great fight timing. Like she was an absolute home run in one.
And she was still 100% lady. Loved it. Loved it.
She was great.
Yeah, definitely, and deservingly so. She was strong, and she was such an important character before she even got the abilities or even discovered it. So that's definitely what I love, and she has a lot of depth with her character, with the loss of her mom, what we're going to actually eventually see. So
I forgot about that.
She lost her mom, and she lost her mom to cancer
while she was blipped out. That's right.
Yeah, she died while she was blipped because she woke back up in the hospital.
I forgot about that.
Gone.
Yeah. So again, we know that there is going to be a bit of a strife between her, and Carol Danvers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's going to be deep.
She could be looking at
she's
Carol
probably going to blame Carol, like, why weren't you there in Wakanda?
You were like my aunt.
Why, like you came too late. Like, I'm sure there'll be. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of like tension between, with her and then one or both of them trying to mentor.
It'll be built up,
Kamala. So it'll be. I think it's going to be an interesting movie.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's how we're going to kind of get more, when it comes to, Kamala's story and where she's at now, as far as her power set, where she kind of sits. It's going to be interesting. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how, like, they kind of push. But I love, the thing is, what I love about it is the simple fact that, yes, she's discovering it. And I love the struggle of her discovering this ability. You know what I mean? I love the
question
struggle.
for you.
Yeah.
So what do we have, like, well, first thing, what do we have content-wise from the MCU coming in the next couple of months? We know we finished this show, and then we've got She-Hulk in August, and we've got in like a week, we've got Thor. Are those the only three things for like a while?
We got that. Okay, so we got Thor, we got She-Hulk. After She-Hulk,
we talking about Kenobi too, man.
Also,
because I have a specific question, like, based on that.
It's going to be interesting to see, though, because also not only do we have Thor and She-Hulk, but we also have content and information coming out of SDCC, because we know there's
wait. Thor's and She-Hulk.
We got
no.
Thor, She-Hulk, Black Panther, and
Guardians. Oh, you messed me up.
When is
like,
Black
what?
Panther? November,
okay. December, something like
because
that.
Because Kevin Feige just said that the direction of where they're going with the next major story will come into view in the next couple months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that means between this Thor,
She-Hulk, Thor, and Black Panther, those four things, right? Was there another one before the end of the year?
Guardians,
Armor Wars, and
Guardians 3 is
Guardians.
Is that the end of the year? Or I think that's next year.
Well, they got the Christmas special coming.
They got moved
in December.
Oh yeah,
because they have the holiday special too. That I think is before.
Yeah,
that's right. That got moved. You're right.
So So we have essentially 4 properties remaining in this year. We've got this, we've got She-Hulk, Thor, and Black Panther 2.
Black Panther, yeah.
And he said that in the next couple of months, the direction for the next major arc will become apparent. So
it's going to make sense
across those 4. Now, She-Hulk, I mean, maybe, but that's going to be more like an Ally McBeal style, like half-hour
comedy type
deal.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be entertaining. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know how much that's going to
connect,
give us. I mean, now granted, with Blonsky, Abomination and stuff, maybe there could be some things with certain characters, but my gut says that one won't be like a massive thing unless it's kind of like them, doing something different with Banner, fixing him or something. Not neutering. They already did that.
Blonsky.
But like that's my question is, so where are we gonna get the big? I think Black Panther, probably. Thor, Love and Thunder, it's a matter of like how much they're really leaning into the comedy, and are they going to deliver something big, earth-shaking for the rest of the MCU moving forward? So, and then this, like, do we think that we're going to get something toward the end of this series that's going to have larger implications besides just the Marvels movie? So where do we think the real big kind of like, okay, this is coming into view now, is going to happen out of these next 4 properties?
I think the Lady Avengers are coming, bro.
Well, I think before we even get there, though, I think She-Hulk is going to actually spend more time setting up. She-Hulk is going to more so set up what's going to happen, with Abomination going towards to the Thunderbolts. It's going to kind of tie. I think that's where we're going to see a lot of that tied in with She-Hulk.
And it's going to set up more of the street level stuff too, because Matt Murdock is supposed to be in She-Hulk too.
Well, Blonsky changes back to his human form too. I thought he wasn't supposed to be able to do that.
Oh, he's done it in the comics, like maybe a few times. So he's been able to do it.
Know that.
Yeah,
it could have been. It could be forced too. Remember, it could be some form of, like they in the comics and in shows they've had like the collars that like suppressed abilities.
Oh yeah,
maybe there's something that it temporarily reverts. Like I mean, they can make up science
because remember, Blonsky, as Abomination is able to basically he's able to adapt, and he can, really transform back into his human form. He just doesn't do it
because he feels that he's superior.
He's superior at that point. He just chooses not to. He can change if he wants, but he just doesn't want to. because
which was another reason why Hulk hated him so much, because like Hulk couldn't just like easily go back. He had to rage out.
Exactly.
Yeah, rage
so
out. Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. It's like I do think that She-Hulk is going to help set up the street level stuff. So maybe we see some, that could involve Hawkeye. More than likely, especially given the legal, stuff, it's going to involve Matt Murdock, which could tie in Kingpin, could tie in Echo. But I don't think those are going to be part of the larger
picture,
big picture for the theatrical MCU moving forward.
Well, it's one of those perspective things, because virtually everything that comes out leads towards a bigger picture and it has something ramifications down the line. So that statement could have been just like a nudge to get people to watch Miss Marvel and She-Hulk,
which he
might have suspected might have lower ratings because of the nature of America. So he might have said that to try to kind of encourage people to watch.
These if we are going to see something big, my money would be on Black Panther 2.
Yeah,
because I think that's also I think the biggest question mark that we all have right now.
It feels like
it'll pop up somewhere like a Koye or something, or pop up at the end of a movie.
Here's the thing, though. I think he's made that statement. Now, mind you, he's making that statement before we've gotten a chance to see Thor 4. So he released that before we got a chance to see this next film. And from the reviews that we're getting, like, people are raving about it. They're not really letting anything out the bag, but they're raving about how good it is and stuff like that. I'm still a mixed bag with jokes. If it's too jokey, it's going to take me out
that's
of
what
it.
I don't want.
That's what I'm scared
jokes,
of. Bro. But I'm just going to wait and see. But the thing is, I think that we're going to get more of a direction, somewhat of a direction of where we're going, even with that film. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, you got to figure this out, that not only do we have Thor, but we have the Guardians in that movie as well.
I don't want to jinx it, but
I think
it's very likely that he means something that's going to happen in Thor, for the reason that, and I don't want to jinx this, but unlike Strange, bro, I've barely heard anything from Thor other than just like the stuff that's from the top that from the jump. About God Butcher, and about kind of like the teaser Lady Jane and Thor, but they let so much shit seep out with Doctor Strange, and that hasn't been happening with Thor. So I feel like there's a reason why we're getting
pissed at Multiverse of Madness.
So either they responded well to his dissatisfaction with how much they let leak from that film, or the stuff that they were letting leak from that film wasn't going to make much of a difference going forward. So they felt like they could let that go, whereas there's bigger ramifications with Thor's shit that we don't know. But I'm like, there you can like look anywhere without seeing spoilers and all the kind of random shit from all the shit going on in multiverse. But with Thor, there's not much out there that I'm having to dodge.
It's all comedy too. It's the same. And the thing is, I'm of the mind that like I like Thor Ragnarok. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy that movie, but at the same time, I think there could be some really big moments in Love and Thunder, because there were in Ragnarok. To me, it was more just like they didn't give the darker, more emotional time, things time to breathe and set in. It's like, I mean, you look at what happened in Ragnarok, and Odin dies. Okay. You get Asgard is completely annihilated, right?
Yeah, Ragnarok is a comedy that involves an entire,
exactly.
Right. There's some heavy shit in there that they they don't linger on very long before they move to the next joke. That's my concern with Gore the God Butcher, is that like they're not going to give that enough time to really be what he needs. And I'm kind of wondering, is like, I'm almost of the mind, I hope they don't kill Gore in this movie. I hope he survives and has a role with like Kang and with other, with forward.
Yeah.
I don't want him to die right away, but I feel like he probably will, because I don't think Christian Bale is like signing on to like be long term in the MCU.
Yeah,
but
that's not somebody I feel like it wants a long term gig with them.
Although, dude,
did just
say he'd come back to Batman. He did.
He's talking about Batman today.
Nolan.
He said if Nolan calls him
was
back
on board, he would come back to Batman.
I hated that story. It felt like such a fucking fluff piece. It's
Which
like,
one?
Oh, if
about
Nolan
Bale.
asked me to, I'd come back and do Batman again, knowing damn well Nolan isn't going to ask him to. He knows Nolan doesn't have any plans to make another Batman movie, so it's absolutely pointless thing to say.
Yeah.
But see,
but it's entirely possible that Nolan's like, oh, Christian
That'd be
wants
like
to do
if-
it, or maybe we will, because
it's out there though, man. He put it out in the air now, so I mean,
there's
I don't know.
a whole new
Could be a fluff. Could be
command
a fluff.
structure at WB, and they are doubling down on the non-connected elements of universes, like having Joker and then Joker 2, having the Batman, like having isolated properties, especially with all the shit going on with Ezra Miller, because if they're isolated properties, then it's like one fuck up in this is not going to then screw up your entire connected universe. So, I mean, you don't think that, like, if Christian Bale says that and then Nolan's like, I'd like to do another one with Christian, I feel like maybe we didn't get to really end the way we wanted. And then WB's like, all right, tell us what you want to do. You don't think they'll back up a Brinks truck and let him do it? I'm not saying they should.
I hate how it ended, to be honest with you.
That last version.
I want the Nolan films to just.
I love Nolan movies.
I agree. As much as I love the Nolan films, and I think what they did was awesome, it didn't end on the highest note, but it was hard to beat the Dark Knight. But as much as I love Christopher Nolan as a filmmaker and Christian Bale was great, I think we've seen that version, and the Robert Pattinson one isn't all that different. It's still a very grounded.
That's what I mean. I don't want more grounded Batman.
Give us the guy who's like,
if you're going to be doing
planning how to kill every other member of the Justice League, if he needs
exactly,
do that.
I'll take that one.
If you're going to do another version of Batman, do a more accomplished version of Batman. We see grounded.
Bro.
I get it.
I want Batfleck too, and I want to see.
They talking about Batfleck movies again, dog.
I want
today.
Batfleck, bro.
Dude.
Because
I want to see him back.
I'm sorry.
And they talking about what's that lady when they want to be Catwoman?
Bro,
what's her name? Oh my God, I see her face right now, bro. They talked about her today. Him and Ben. They want him to do the Batfleck movie with her as Catwoman. Oh my God, I can't.
I always wanted to see.
I just want him because he was my favorite so far. He's not my favorite, but he's like up there with.
He's definitely my favorite Batman, bro.
He's the closest to my favorite comic book representation.
Yes. Thank you, Brendan. Yes,
definitely. He's the closest.
He just didn't have the strong movies to be in.
I know, bro.
He would have. He would have. If
Can you imagine him in an Arkham style movie?
Oh, that's what he was trying to put out.
Yeah.
Going up against Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke, like that.
Oh,
we were
God,
this
that
close.
Would have been
crazy. We were this close.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, that would have been close. But it's it's not directly out of this discussion because
put Ben back in the suit and then give me the kid from Umbrella Academy as Damien.
Yeah, dude, that would be spot on.
Yeah.
Who do you want as Talia?
Soldier Boy. I've been wanting him for Jason Todd for years. My man playing Soldier Boy. The one he said
for Talia.
No, for Talia.
He's talking for Talia.
Yeah.
Not Jason Todd.
Oh, for Talia al Ghul.
Anna de Armas.
Yeah.
That's. Dude,
I like the girl from the CW joint, to be honest with you.
Actress,
from Green Arrow.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Oh, she was good too, yeah.
She was good as Talia al Ghul, man. I liked her.
I would love to see a proper Ra's al Ghul too. Like, give us the Lazarus Pits, like for real.
Yeah, man.
I love Liam Neeson. He's a good actor,
Middle Eastern Ra's al Ghul. A Middle Eastern. I want to see with the beard, the facial hair.
If you do,
I want a Mandarin Ra's al Ghul.
Well, here's the thing: is if you do a Middle Eastern Ra's al Ghul, there's only one person I can think of that I would love to see play Talia.
Who?
Just let it sit with you for a second. Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Who?
Moon Knight.
Yeah, she was cold.
Oh my God.
With the girl who played Layla?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Even better.
Layla's perfect.
Yeah.
Even better. The chick from the steak date.
Oh, here you go with her, bro. You are not gonna let her go, bro.
Nope.
The girl from the museum, right?
You are not gonna let her go, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna die on that hill.
You are not gonna let her go, bro. No, bro,
escape date.
It's even crazy.
Hashtag never forget. What?
Never forget. Escape date. Never forget it.
He's not gonna let that go, bro.
You know who my choice for Ra's al Ghul would be though?
Who?
Oded Fair.
Who?
Oded Fair.
Oded Fair.
He's been in a ton of stuff. You'd recognize him, but he's obviously a little bit older now. But he was in the Mummy movies back in the day.
Oh,
that
okay.
You talking about Hemotep?
No, he wasn't the.
No. He played the other guy. He was part of the
he was one of the Magi.
Part of the Magi. Part of the Resistance.
Yeah. He's the leader.
Yeah,
he's on Star Trek. He's on Star Trek now.
He's on Star Trek Discovery. He's
he would be a perfect Ra's al Ghul.
Ton of stuff.
Date Girl was a baddie.
Date. He was.
He would be a good Ra's al Ghul though.
He
really
champ.
would.
Steak.
I kind of got mad that he left her for Layla. I'm like, what? I like Layla though.
I didn't get mad because Layla's bad, bro. Like I like her character. I love her character. I love her personality.
Steak Date was on it too, man. Like she was right there with her, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like, and don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the Batman with Matt Reeves's take on it with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, it was good.
But I want them to just go full tilt into the comic books, but in live action. Like give like just a really cool. You've got
that's what Ben wanted to do, though, man.
Ra's al Ghul. You've got like I want to see Batman trying to figure out. Okay, if I have to kill Green Lantern, this is how I'm going to do it. If I have to take out I want to see those things because I feel like that's one of the only versions of Batman we haven't gotten yet on screen. Like you got a little bit of it with Batfleck, but it was. I want to see it go beyond like kryptonite.
Well, you only see him go after Superman. You know what I'm saying? Not the whole squad. Yeah. I would want to see that too.
Like, could you imagine if there's a movie where like he's facing a threat with the Justice League, but the B plot like is throughout that he's also kind of you see him analyzing them for weaknesses,
everybody
putting together a plan in case he needs to use it.
And that's the kind of guy Batman is,
stuff
bro.
That they haven't shown.
That's what he does.
To really get across that he's not just somebody who goes around punching people with gadgets.
He's a tactician.
He's a tactician. He knows everything about everybody, and there's a reason why he belongs with the gods because he knows how to point and tell them to hit, and he knows everyone's weakness. Like there's a whole dynamic that is missing from the films, and in the films it's like, okay, well, why would he even be there? But in the comics and even in the cartoons, it's so clear why he belongs there. Is because he's so much smarter and more fierce. There's so much that he brings to the table, and even the animated show that they wouldn't have to even read a comic. Watch any episode of Justice League, and you'll see why he.
Any episode,
and imagine him going up against a Flashpoint Batman. Imagine him going up against Thomas, and like and seeing that dynamic. See, like all the things that you could see. They're doing it. I don't know how good the video game is going to turn out, but like a full-on Court of Owls. Kind of like more, the kind of, traditional to the comic books, not necessarily what was kind of teased in the Batman, which again, I have no problem with. You're right. It's that one character that I feel like films always try and make so grounded and real that they box themselves in, and it's like, just stop before you commit to, it's got to be grounded. It's got to be super hyper real.
Yeah.
Just think about some of the arcs. Maybe just go back and just read some of those books. And before you make the call, just think about what you could do if you just fucking unleash the hounds and just go full tilt.
So before we kind of, because like I said, we kind of did derail from the show itself. I wanted to pull this picture up really quick because again, we're asking how it can possibly tie in. There were some theories about how this particular show does tie in. It could tie into Thor, and then from Thor going forward, there's going to be connective tissue. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works. Again, just remember, like we are getting the Guardians in Thor as well. We are going to see Adam Warlock in the Guardians, so that kind of like ties into a couple of different things that we're going to actually see about the bigger picture. And from what what it's leading to, and they're talking about again. There's still this conversation about the incursions that are going around right now, and that to me is definitely leading to Secret Wars. Just what iteration of Secret Wars, we'll have to basically wait and see. But we have to also see how everything's going. Because remember, we got Thor coming up. After Thor, definitely we have Black Panther. We still got Quantumania. We still got the Marvels. We have so many things that are dealing with.
Damn.
Yeah, so they're
and that's supposed to be
dealing with
Kang's big one.
Exactly.
Like the
that's
big film.
next year, right? That's next year.
That's
next
so
year.
again, like that's supposed to be really huge. So again, everything is going to have its place. It's just a matter of watching and seeing how it kind of unfolds. Within the next couple of months.
You mentioned Incursions.
Yeah.
Now, have you? I already know the answer to this because you're gonna irritate the fuck out of me. You have not finished The Death of Doctor Strange yet, have you?
Oh, yes, I did.
You did? Oh,
yes,
thank
I did.
Christ.
I love that
okay.
Yes, I did.
Series,
all right.
Man. That's
yes, I did.
Awesome freaking series.
All right. So
yes,
we've all read Death of Doctor Strange. If you haven't in the chat, sorry, but given the post-credit scene in Multiverse of Madness, we get Charlize. Oh, I love you. We get her as Clea. Who is currently the Sorcerer Supreme in two dimensions, one of them being this one, while she tries to bring him back. Coinky dink? Or do we think that, right? Like, I mean, the Death of Doctor Strange and Clea is very prominent in the comics right now, as Charlize Theron comes in at the end of Multiverse of Madness as Clea. Do we think that she's going to have a significant role in this
I think
MCU?
she is. I think she is going to have a significant role because they're not going to bring just a character in for a post-credit scene. Especially like that. And on top of that, knowing where that story goes. And the only thing is, they're not. I know, for instance, they're especially the Death of Doctor Strange and how pivotal that story was. It's not going to be woven into this particular.
No, but their relationship.
Relationship is definitely going to be woven in. And she's again because they are basically steering away from the Christine, right.
She might not even be in any of the MCU moving forward. That might
they're
have
letting
been
that go.
They're
passing that one. I think they're done with that aspect of it. They want him to move on from it, which is decent. I mean, she had a prominent role in this past movie, and it works. So definitely, Clea is going to have a very important role going forward. I love what they did to her. I love that story in Death of Doctor Strange and where it takes her. Because we hadn't seen and we hadn't heard too much from Clea before
in years.
It's
been a long time. I heard about Clea since
like bring her back this way. I was like,
that's what I mean. She's gone for so long, and then all of a sudden she's prominent in the comics.
And in the MCU.
Right, like that. That made
something's going to happen to Doctor Strange, bro. I'm hearing the rumors about Ponytail Doctor Strange getting a story or something, bro.
Maybe, but so that makes me think, like, all right, is she just there to then be in the next Doctor Strange movie, or is she going to actually have a role to play in the MCU? Maybe the two of them show up in a different, in a different movie besides the Doctor Strange sequel. Because that's going to be at least a couple of years. Probably we're probably looking at 4 years before another Doctor Strange movie. But like they're not just like I doubt Charlize Theron is like, oh yeah, in 4 years I'll do a sequel to Doctor Strange.
He'll be in something earlier than that.
That's what I mean. So it's like, is Clea as maybe like is this Clea that we just saw, the Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension?
Oh. Wow.
I feel like it'll
I didn't even think about that, bro.
I feel like the next step for her will be something that isn't even announced yet.
Now, see, I'm also scared, man,
and not a Doctor Strange, 3. It's something completely different.
Like show up somewhere else in the MCU, but if she's going to, I feel like she's got to have a significant role to play.
Well, especially since they showed her at the the post-credit scene, and she mentioned the Incursions. She mentioned that was caused, and this is where they're going with it. So it's very important that they kind of bring that character in the fold. You know what I mean? I would love to actually see that. Yeah.
Do you think
I hope they still have
how we get Miles?
What'd you say?
Do you think the Incursions are how we get Miles?
Man.
Like when the Ultimate Universe
See,
merged
that's
with the
why I
616?
don't even want to speculate,
Wow.
because the thing is, there's so much that the Incursions could bring in,
I
because
did not even
we
think
already
about that.
know that they're bringing in the X-Men. So we already know that
Yeah.
that's there. You know what I mean? We know
Do you
that.
know-
and
you
what's
know
now,
where I
here's
think
the
we'll
thing,
see him?
though. The rumor came out, or there's speculation right now that John Krasinski may not be Mr. Fantastic.
Based on what Foggy,
No,
what they said
That was
today,
what Sam
they
Raimi
just said
but
today.
I don't.
what Raimi
Yeah.
said sounded like that was preparing us for him not being Krasinski.
Yeah.
See, the way I looked at when I read what he said in like that commentary track, I mean, first of all, he might not have a clue. He might be like, I made my multiverse of madness. Like, I don't know what Kevin Feige is doing with everything else.
Yeah.
But I had said from the beginning, this like that casting works because with Krasinski, because everybody wanted to see him as, you know, and
That's why Feige said he did
maybe
it.
you can't, right? But here's the thing: maybe they, you know, maybe Krasinski's like, look, I'm not committing to being Reed Richards because I can't just do that for one movie. It's probably going to be like 2 or 3 movies for Fantastic Four, but then appearances in multiple other properties. I'm not willing to commit to that, so they say, okay, this will be a cool way to give the fans that casting that they were really, you know, yearning for. It'll be just a treat for the fans.
Yeah.
So you got it, but then we're gonna see another Reed Richards at some point. So it's possible that that's the case, or John Krasinski's like, oh, you show me the money, and yeah, I'm in, and he is Reed Richards. So we don't really know. I think it's because people were so excited to see him in that. They got to really nail the casting if they don't
have to
use John Krasinski.
They have
if
to,
they
bro.
if they bring somebody else in, I feel bad for whoever they bring in for that role because they're facing an uphill battle because everybody's going to be
everybody
like,
wanted him,
Or
man.
it simply could be just deflection, so that we're
Absolutely,
braced
it could
if
be.
they're not, so that they're bracing us if they're not able to lock him in.
Yeah.
Also, but before I forget this train of thought, though, I do want to say that I think that if we do see Strange and Clea again before way down the line with a Doctor Strange sequel, I think there's like a really interesting possibility for opening of a film that probably no one would expect them to show up in. That's coming out, I believe,
I'm
next
trying to
year.
find that, man.
What?
I just saw that.
Yo, what if
story.
they show up in Spider-Verse too?
The Spider-Verse?
Oh,
the animated.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
That would be cool. I don't know.
Clea and Strange.
It would depend on what Sony is. Sony and Marvel and Disney are all kind of like,
because I feel like Sony was kind of hands off with the first one because they didn't know what they had. But I feel like this next one will be a lot more, goal oriented. I don't.
And
think
the thing is, they made hint of towards the animated universe in this film.
Yep.
So there is a
When
possibility
they
that they
went
can
through it.
exactly. There was the animated universe that they showed that made me think, okay,
that Paint universe.
They could be Paint.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. So
they could.
I want to I need the Watcher in live. I need Jeffrey Wright in there as the Watcher. I feel like
he killed it with the man.
Right, and we know that stuff from animation can cross over to live action and vice versa.
Yeah.
So let's get the Watcher in there now because we're constantly in space.
He's tricky though because
crossing dimensions.
For the most part, he just does watch though. So it's kind of like if he hadn't interacted at the end of that show, would fans give a shit? It's like we love it because we love the concept of him seeing everything and not doing anything.
I want him narrating a movie. I like a comic book. He doesn't have to get involved. Yeah. I want like he did in the.
You just want to see the
I would like to see him just basically a show like him reacting to something that's really fucked up. Like if in Infinity War they just showing everybody dying and then you just pan back and the Watcher's just sad and then they go back to it. It's just like, oh shit.
But and he would be a good mechanism for explaining some stuff that they're trying to pull off to non-comic book heads who don't so that way we could still get something that maybe we really want that we're like, I don't know how they do that when they've got a built-in mechanism to kind of narrate and explain that to the audience. And truth be told, I'd watch Jeffrey Wright read the fucking dictionary.
Yeah.
Like, I love that dude. I think he's a great actor. I love him on Westworld. I love him in like so much. So like, I'm down.
When he died in James Bond, that hit me in the chest. Man, that was a tough scene.
If anybody hasn't watched that movie, but
the new one.
You didn't watch the last James Bond?
No, I have. I'm just
wait.
saying.
I didn't see the new James Bond. I didn't know he died in it, but wait. But it's pretty ironic considering the movie title.
Yeah.
True.
I guess they
true,
lied.
true.
But
True.
I don't know. I would love to see something like The Watcher in there narrating a movie or narrating a TV show like What If, but in live action.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of opportunities for them to do that. I mean, look, it's not out of the realm of possibility when you talk about wacky ass shit that's happening. We're getting Clea and Doctor Strange. We're getting Incursions. We're getting, the multiverse.
Too. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. To me, I just like, again, I love following like what's happening in the comics and how that might, jump over to the screen. And to me, when I saw her in there, I was like, they just did Death of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And now she's
It's gonna be interesting to see how they kind of play it out, man, because it would make sense. And again, they got Charlize, mind you. Shout out to Charlize.
He's so fine.
It's not even that, but I'm just so happy that they're doing Old Guard 2. I'm fucking happy.
Oh, I loved that.
Oh, they doing part 2?
Yeah,
they're filming it like right now.
They're filming it right now, bro. And guess who's in it with them?
Awesome.
Guess who's in it with them? Uma fucking Thurman, bro.
Stop playing. Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
I'm so happy. Stop
playing. Not kill.
You see Vinny's face. He's like,
there's
not
talk
Kill
that
Bill.
they might actually.
There's
talk that they might actually put him in the theater too.
I hope, because
I hope so, man. Because Netflix
that's what they're doing with Knives Out.
I love that movie,
the Knives
bro.
Out sequels in the theaters.
I cannot wait for.
I hope he's Asian because it's pretty bizarre that no one ever really, parlayed her role in Kill Bill to more action films. She never really did much else.
Yeah,
it's like,
man,
well, she's a phenomenal actress, bro.
How that didn't make her
great actress,
a bona fide action star because she was completely believable in that movie.
Hell yeah, and she was doing her thing. So I can't wait to see
that
it again.
Katana. Man, she was that movie is one of my favorites.
We still
might watch that tonight.
Yeah,
I might watch that tonight.
But no, still, I think Charlize.
If you haven't watched that movie on Netflix, people watch that movie.
That movie's incredible.
Good.
Yeah. I can't wait, bro. Like I think they're setting so much up with Charlize, Theron's, speaking. I'm gonna go back and watch this shit tonight too, because I just want to watch the end for a particular reason. It is. It's dope as hell. And
man.
A lot of people didn't like it, which I didn't understand. But I mean,
that movie was so dope.
I heard nothing but good stuff, good response.
That was like what's my movie? I Want to Live Forever. What's it called? Highlander. Like Highlander 2.0.
Yeah,
dude,
that movie was good.
That is like my favorite of all time. Like Highlander, man.
One of my favorite films, bro.
Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery.
Yes.
You got you got the guy from Belgium playing Scottish Highlander, and then you got the Scottish Highlander playing a
Spaniard,
an Egyptian who spent most of his life in Spain and Japan. It was ridiculous, and I loved every goddamn second of it. I ate up every episode of the TV series in the 90s.
Yeah,
I could literally name all the episode titles,
Connor
and
McLeod,
the synopsis, like from season 1 through all the way to the end of 6. I fucking loved that shit. Highlander was my jam.
That Old Guard movie came out, I'm like, oh, what is this? A new little spin on Highlander?
Even when they made the bad sequels, like Highlander 2, which is one of the worst movies.
I don't care.
I'll still watch it. And then when they made the third one, and Mario Van Peebles was the bad
guy.
God,
that was horrible. I still watched it.
He was the worst, like over the top villain, and I loved every second of it.
Kill everybody.
That shit was so good.
This is hilarious.
Oh, that is disturbing.
This is hilarious.
I just saw this picture.
Wow.
It's like some shit Vinny would do. I don't know who did this.
They didn't give anybody. There's no necks. There are no necks.
Are those chickens? Oh my god!
I don't
this
know,
is funny,
but somebody did this to us, man.
This is funny, dog.
I like that they got your arms in there, so you got your tats though.
Got the tat showing and everything.
How they did that shit, but damn, that's
hilarious, bro.
Funny as all hell. Vinny, did you do that, bro?
No,
Listen.
I admit it if I did. I didn't do that one.
I got one thing.
What up?
That I gotta mention too. Like when you said earlier about the Thor: Love and Thunder movie and how you're afraid of jokes, I'm scared of that too. But I also got a bad feeling, man. I think that Thor is going to get killed.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Chris
I don't think
Hemsworth's been talking about like him playing the role. If
Yeah.
I
saw that.
He's not gonna die. No, he's not.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. He's not yet. I mean, because he wants to play it, and they want that door open. And the thing is, you got to remember that the narrative. Just think about it. Don't even say nothing, but just about talking to my Thor. And if they're taking it from that book, you can't have two people dying in one film. So you got to kind of just think about it that way.
Not to mention the biggest struggle.
We don't now, mind you. I'm not saying that she's going to, because we don't know yet. We have no idea.
Because Jane is the one that dies from
but
cancer.
we know that in the books, Jane Foster dies.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So you can't have two.
Valkyrie too.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest struggle in the MCU right now is that they simultaneously lost the two faces and like heart and soul of everything. It was Chris Evans as Cap and RDJ as Tony Stark, because the thing is, every MCU property, every movie, even if it wasn't theirs, you still kind of expected one of the two of them to show up.
Pop
up.
Up.
Always like the soul, the lifeblood of the MCU, that like everything kind of circled around to Cap or Iron Man, and you lost both of them in Endgame. So this phase of the MCU has not had like that clear like leading man, right?
Yeah.
And the closest would be the other part of that Marvel Trinity, which is Thor. Now a lot of people saying it's like Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch is kind of taking over that.
He was like tier 2. He wasn't even on that first tier.
But like when you think about it, we haven't really seen him. I mean, he interacted with Spider-Man, but other than that, we haven't seen him working with any of the other Avengers and stuff. So like there isn't that linchpin right now. If you're gonna have one, then Thor is a leading candidate. He's one of the OGs. So I don't think they would kill him right now, because I think that would be a really bad move.
Yeah, it'd be
Charlie the Unicorn had a good idea here though. The Watcher at like providing commentary or narrating Deadpool 3, and then you could even have like Deadpool start interacting with the Watcher. That would be kind of fun.
That would be hilarious, bro.
I would be down for that,
man. Anyway, everybody, we are hour 30 minutes in. Thanks for everybody being here tonight. We kind of derailed, but this is what we do on Comic Book Talk with Friends. We're true comic heads, comic fans, so we kind of derail and start talking about different things from Batman back to Marvel to. And the thing is, it's like, damn it, we're gonna have one day when we are going to be able to have a really peaceful conversation about DC. Because here's the thing. Wait, we see that slightly it's going in a different direction, in a more positive direction, possibly. So we'll have that discussion, Jason. We're not going to do it tonight, but there's going to be a time where we're going to actually be able, because I want to be able to go back and talk about. I want to be able to go back and talk, because we need to start talking about some DC, bro. I love DC, bro. We need to get some DC.
We need to fucking do something.
Yeah, we need to actually go back and yeah, bro. Like
all the good shit they try to do to get rid of Superman.
Okay, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
Let us love you, DC.
Yeah, let us. We're gonna wait.
Bro. Like,
we're gonna have a discussion about that one day.
Long time.
Anyway. Everybody, thank you for being on here with us, man. Vinny, what you got coming up on your what do you got coming up, period, bro? What you working on?
Man, I'm looking forward to finishing up Umbrella Academy. I got of course Miss Marvel's on the way. We just wrapped up with Kenobi. That was amazing. So I'm looking forward to see what more they got coming down the pike from Star Wars properties. I'm looking forward to trying to, hopefully I can get a couple pieces together from Star Wars, and I'm looking forward to there's Stranger Things, some art from Stranger Things I want to do. So I'm just looking to get out of this gauntlet. I'm in the gauntlet of a lot of big jobs with work, and then hopefully I get some time freed up to get back to the drawing board literally. But with
man.
what I already have available, of course, you guys can always check it out at Vince Dunn Art on IG, and it has a link to the store. So if you're ever in the market for any prints or commissions, just hit me up, and I'll hook you up.
Definitely,
Yeah.
man. So remember Vincent Dunn Art on Instagram. The link to his store is there as well. Vinny, always a pleasure, brother.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Jedi Pimp, man. What you got coming up, bro? What you got going on, man?
Friday I pick up my double pack of Bubba and the Bubba and Bubba, and then I get I'm getting my Luke Skywalker in his flight suit tomorrow.
You gonna okay? I got you.
Yeah, my boy got it at the shop already. I'm getting it tomorrow. And what else am I getting this week? Flight suit, Bubba. Oh, Django's coming. Should be here Saturday.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for all my figures. Other than that, man, I just want to. Kenobi. The finale was. That last show was amazing, dude. Like that last show, read up everything over the last 10, 15 years between him and Anakin. It was dope to see Vader take that off his shoulders. Like, listen, you didn't kill me.
Yeah.
You didn't kill Anakin. It's not your fault. I killed him.
I'm not going to give you that pleasure. Yeah. I don't want to give you
his
that
eyes.
pleasure.
His eyes went from blue to yellow. Blue. So Anakin was like trying to speak to him. You know what I'm saying? A little bit blue to yellow. Oh man, it
was dope. The transition between, I loved it, man.
Oh man, what an episode! What a show! Love that. And The Boys is amazing. I'm watching that right now. Boys and Miss Marvel. What else was on right now? Umbrella Academy. I can't get into it this time. This second season. This
is the third season.
That's the third season. Yeah, I'm not even feeling. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I stopped watching after the first one. I'm like, I'm turned off, man. Like
it's dope. Once you continue to watch it, Vinny, you have.
I'm on episode 5.
You're on episode 5.
Yeah.
You on the third season?
Keep watching.
Third season. So I'm halfway through.
Yeah. Maybe I gotta watch it again. The second one, man. Because the first
chance,
season was the best so far. But I watch the other two and see what happens. But
bro, it's
other than that,
incredible.
That's it, man. Just still collecting work. I guess I gotta get some books and getting ready for SuperCon next month. That'd be great.
There you go. As always, if you haven't already, Jedi Kid Master Sergeant.
That's me
on Instagram.
He got it.
Exactly. So definitely,
it's
always
time.
a pleasure.
Getting on it.
Oh no, he does. Brendan, what you got going on? What you got coming up, butt naked?
Yeah, I'm tearing through a bunch of work right now just to get it all off my plate before I head out on vacation on Thursday. So I'm gonna have a nice week-long vacation, going down with the family to my best friend's place in Jersey, down by the Jersey Shore. So
you're gonna love it down there, man.
Gonna hit up the beaches. Yeah, we go every year, so we're gonna hit up the beaches, hit up the boardwalk. He's like 15 minutes from the shore, so we're gonna have a good time down there, spend it all in the pool and just drinking beers the whole time, and then
funnel cake
also, and the pork roll sandwiches. Yep, we're gonna rock those. And then we're gonna take a little drive over to Red Bank, and we're gonna hit up Kevin Smith's Secret Stash.
Okay, nice.
I forgot his shop is still there, bro.
Yeah. They just hit their 20th anniversary or 25th.
Yeah, that's before I moved. Yeah, still there.
And Saturday actually, all day they've got comic book artist Chris Campana. Who's going to be there all day. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be down there on that day, but if I am, it'll be cool. Maybe get some stuff signed. But yeah, so that'll be fun. Wednesday, obviously, new episode of Ms. Marvel. I am almost done with the first season of The Boys. I know I'm behind everybody else, but I will catch up rapidly. And then I got the Nightmare 2-pack that got delayed a little bit because mine was going to ship out, but then their public holiday over there.
Yeah,
mine was sitting there for like a 3-day weekend, and
mine's in New York right now, so we already know what happens in New York. I hate it when they actually delay it. It gets
the last 3 things that I've had go through New York have been on hold and sat there for an extra 24 hours.
Yeah.
But whenever my packages go through the Cincinnati DHL
it
hub,
gets there on time.
like that. It gets
they
here
go crazy in that New York hub, right?
faster from Cincinnati than it does from New York City, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But in any event, so I should hopefully get that in before I leave on Thursday. Otherwise, I'm going to have my neighbor grab it for me. But that, and then as Lael knows, I'm just going on a fucking tear, just buying up some books. I've been snatching up a lot of variant covers that I've got coming. I've got like 7 variant covers of the new upcoming Daredevil #1.
I'm about to ask you, so again, Daredevil, right?
Every cover. But I also, this just arrived today. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know if I want to do that in Jersey. That's a little risky, but came in today.
That water.
So right here, CGC 9.8, first appearance of Echo.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
got this in today. So I'm very, very
Is
happy.
that brand new?
Dude, I literally just got this in today. 9.8.
Holy shit!
First appearance of Echo.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
Got that.
You are doing Daredevil all summer, right?
I told you, summer of Daredevil, baby. So
Daredevil, yeah.
I've got a bunch of Daredevil books coming in. Actually, some of them because I even had shipped to my buddy's house in Jersey so that they wouldn't be sitting here. So I've got a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of Daredevil books. I got some Miles books, some variant covers, and some Spider-Man ones from the 90s, Todd McFarlane era. So I've got a bunch of stuff coming, and I'm going to be getting all those pressed and graded. I just I showed Lael and Vinny before we started, but I also just recently, as in like a little while ago, ordered the a companion piece to go along with my whatchamacallit, with my Cyborg Spidey hot toy. So I
boy, let me see this.
Pre-ordered.
Oh, you got the book. This dude.
Yep.
Oh my God. With Deathlock. That's awesome.
Deadlock, yeah, Deathlock, yeah.
And it's raw, but it's guaranteed to be at least like a 9.0, I think. And so then I get it pressed.
How many of those were made? Not too many from that cover were made, right?
It was a decent run. I'm not sure how much, but I just want to like have that posed up with my Cyborg Spidey hot.
Yeah, that's dope. That'll be a dope layout, man.
Yeah.
So just that's about it for me. And then obviously we don't know when we're getting the Toy Fair exclusive announcements from Hot Toys, because Sideshow is doing their like online con like the 11th to like the 13th or something, and then SDCC is like 8-9 days later. So I don't know if they're doing some announcements during the Sideshow one and some announcements during SDCC, or if they're doing them all during one or the other. I don't know, but
I don't know.
Did they release Dead Mark 50 today?
Yeah, that was from. Well, they revealed. It was released.
That's from Homecoming, right? Far From Home.
The Mysterio's illusion.
I want that for some reason, bro. I want
that line. Yeah.
So
I'm waiting on it. It's not.
I don't know that detail on that looks crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My concern with that though is all of the final product photos were all heavily photoshopped with like the green lighting and mist, and I want to see what it's actually going to look like in display lighting.
Lit up in display.
To see if it still looks as good or if it looks kind of cheap, because it is plastic. It's not die cast. So, and it's.
Oh wait.
That's a big price tag. It's plastic.
Yeah, it's not die cast.
Die cast with all that level of detail on there. No way. So that's the thing. It's like over $400 for.
But I prefer it not to be though. I prefer it not to be die cast though.
Yeah, I want die cast.
It's not. It's just a matter of, do they execute it well, and is it worth the price tag?
Yeah.
But it's
Oh,
going to be
no.
around for a minute, and I bet you
Yeah, I don't
in a
think I'm gonna
couple
get it
months
then.
you're going to be able to get it on sale from Hong Kong for
Yeah.
like way less than the U.S. retail price. But
Yeah.
so I'm setting aside some money just for being prepared for the Toy Fair exclusives that they announced at some point. Whether
Man, I'm mad about
during
that. I
Sideshow
thought that thing
Con-
was diecast, man. That's
Yeah.
the turn off. Out of all my Iron Man, I only got two that are a Heartbreaker and I think it's Mark 7 or 4 that are plastic, man. I don't like the plastic.
Yeah.
$300
That's
bucks for a
about it.
plastic figure and your Iron Man?
It's,
No.
yeah, I mean it's pricey, but yeah. So that's
Yeah.
about it. And then just getting ready for Fan Expo Boston's coming up very very soon in August. Actually.
Oh,
No
dope.
doubt. No doubt. Anyway, thanks everybody for basically being here, man. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to tonight's show. Also, subscribe to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel on Twitter, Instagram, and also here as well. Definitely great content, great shows coming up. We got Say What Wednesday. We have Figure Flex Friday back here for Collectors Lounge International on Sunday. Got a couple of things that I got coming up here. I have the again, I'm shooting the video right now for the Ray Speeder that I got from Jazz Inc. That's incredible.
That thing looks sweet.
It's a beast.
Beautiful.
It's definitely a beast. It's huge, bro. It's a beast. So I got that coming up. I actually have after that. I'm gonna probably do Anakin. Have the DX19 over there. I have both the Mark V and the comic classic suit Iron Man. I have my
Miles jumps the line, man. You know you got to do
I just got Miles
Come
in,
on.
so yeah, because I'm so
Figure
happy
of the
that
year.
Miles can
You
wear
got
those Jordans.
the hoodie one, right? The hoodie Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Miles from Into the Spider-Verse. My J's fit, so I'm so happy that they fit those feet, so I don't have to worry
That's
about
dope.
that. But yeah, so got a couple of things that I'm jumping into. So yeah, I'll let everybody know. But anyway, thank you guys for being here tonight. It's been a great show. Till next week, same time, same channel, man. Peace and love to everybody out there. We love y'all. We will check y'all out again. See y'all next week sometime soon.
Play the right outro.
But until then, we are out. Peace.